Greetings. I'm Dr. Stella from the Department of Business Administration, St. Xavier's College. Thank you for joining with me. Today, I'm here to teach you on interview skills under the subject skills essential for a team player, because we all want to be successful in life. You want to join in an organization, you want to perform very well in a bank, or you want to become an entrepreneur, or you want to become a professional as a lawyer, as a teacher, whatever may be your profession. Today, I'm going to deal with you on the subject skills essential for a team player. I'll take you towards interview skills directly. For that, I'm going to share with you some of my contents. Just look at this picture. Essential interview skills. And for that, your attire is very, very important. Yes or no? Your attire is very important. In Tamil, there is a beautiful saying. What is it? Aal paadi, aadai paadi. So while you're going for an interview, please put a blazer and wear a smile, beautiful smile. It will give a lot of values and it will give a positive impression about you to your interviewee, to your interviewer. Okay. So with this positive note, let us step into the subject, essential interview skills. So first, what is an interview? It is a formal meeting at which someone is asked questions in order to find out if they are suitable for a post of employment. Yes, it's between you as an interviewee and an employer or a HR manager as an interviewer. It's a kind of formal meeting, discussion, or a kind of clarification of doubts. So you please don't worry, it is not a big deal. Everybody can face it with confidence, and I'm sure you all will get a very good opportunity in future. Why interviews are important? Because it gives us an opportunity to meet a HR manager face to face. Yes, you're going to look at your employer face to face, and then it helps the employer to assess a candidate's strength or weaknesses, and then whether he or she is suitable for a job or not. So, which is very, very important. Maybe you're good in your writing skill, you're good in your communication, but if you're weak in your attitude, it is of no use. So, the interviewee as well, the interviewer is going to look at them face to face. So it gives a clear-cut idea about the attitude of the interviewee, and the interviewer can come to know what kind of behavior you possess and what kind of emotions you carry. So it's very easy for an interviewer to assess your internal skills through interview. And then we are going to discuss about what are the things you need to look at while preparing for an interview. First things, do your research about a job as well as a company, and then the type of work you are looking for. Then review some basics from people who's already working there, or you can very well go for a website, or you can very well get some basic information about that company. Then have a very, very decent resume. It should be up to date. Just update all your achievements, all your extracurricular as well, co-curricular activities. It gives us some insight about who you are and what special you possess. Then the purpose of an interview. It is to find the right candidate, isn't it? To identify the good skills as well, the potential of an interviewee, and then to identify your interests as well, the hobbies which supplement their needs. For example, if you have some stamp collection, if you're good in collecting some of the rare resource, it means that you are an organized person who can very well take care of some of the toughest tasks. So always make sure that your hobbies connect with your responsibility. Then to see your credibility, your reliability, as well your adaptability, whether you are ready to learn as well, accept the challenges or not. So that should be found out by means of conducting an interview. And what are the criterias that you may use while reflecting this skills? Through your attitude, you can very well exhibit your talent, and through your communication skill, So it may be written, verbal, as well non-verbal. Here, non-verbal denotes your body language, the way you look at the employer, the way you talk to them, the way you handle your mannerism. It's all very important. And then your emotional intelligence. Are you really listening to the question? Are you really look at the person? Are you really looking at the concept as well, the important key information where he wants to portray? All these things you should supposed to exhibit through your emotional intelligence. Then your initiativeness and your self-esteem, which is very, very important, because life is once. If you don't have self-esteem, it means that you're equal to non-material as well, non-living things. So have some self-esteem. That's very important. Then passion towards that profession. These are the things. Now let us look into the types of interview. In this session, we are going to discuss only these 4 types. First comes telephonic or phone interview, and resume-based interview, behavioral interview, and finally, group or panel interview. I'll take you first to the phone interview. Phone interview, which is meant for pre-screening, which is meant for filtering you, whether you are really having the capacity to work with an organization or not. Company representative, usually the manager who is hiring, one of his or one of his group member may call you. Not necessary that he or she must be your manager or a HR. Anybody from the organization will call you over phone. What is the objective behind this phone interview? To determine whether they should call you on site for interview. So that is a prime objective. And for this phone interview, what you need to do, you need to sit in a quiet place. If you can use a headset and smartphone, that's fine. Get a scratch pad as well, pencil, to note down some of the important informations. And you can also ask some of the questions to the responsible person. Ask about the company, and make sure you ask about the job as well, some of the important information. Ask about the name as well, contact information of the person who is calling. Then comes traditional or resume-based interview. So in this interview, you have all these questions. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your current position. And then what accomplishments are you proud of? What skills, experience, and training do you have that make you qualified for the position? What are your strengths, weaknesses? What are your career goals? And why do you want to work at this company? Please get ready for all these basic questions. Then panel interview. Always acknowledge with a handshake, eye contact, and a nod. Then, when responding to question, try to make an eye contact with everyone and send a thank you note to each interviewer. Right? These are also the basic hints will give you some positive information about you. And finally, behavioral interview. This is normally meant for hiring top level management as a CEO, as a general manager, or as a managing director, or as a branch manager. You may come across this behavioral interview. And how do you think or attack a problem? This may be the question. How do you react to pressure? And how do you react to uncertainty? And how do you handle confrontations? And how do you make decisions? These are all some of the basic questions under behavioral interview. So the interviewer identify the top skills and competencies they need for the position. And finally, tell me about the time when you solved a problem. It's also the basic questions. Give me a specific example of a time when you use a good judgment and logic. And then let's move on to the next concept. The first 3 minutes, halo effect. What is this word, halo effect, in management? Halo effect, it is a positive impression you will create when you look at the person in the first sight, the first looks. That itself depicts who you are, what kind of person, what kind of attitude you possess. The interviewer focus on your appearance, which is very important, your facial expressions, your eye contact, as well the way you move your hands. And during the interview, my humble request to you, please follow these things. Listen carefully and speak clearly. Use proper body language, and keep a good eye contact, and ask questions if necessary. Okay. And then the second minute, interviewer focus on your rate of speech, your volume, your pitch and tone, and the way you articulate your words. And always be aware of your body language, your head shake, as well handshake, the social skills, and if time permits, you can even ask for questions which needs to be very, very clear as well precise. Finally, some of the helpful points to remember: get to the right place at least 30 minutes before the interview starts. You're being watched, so very careful, be very careful with your words and deeds, and dress appropriately. And I'm humbly requesting you to switch off your phone, and no chewing gum, nail biting, or knuckle cracking. Very important. Greet people by name and shake hands. Sit when asked to sit. Accept water, no problem. Manage your body and voice. Always have a smile. Make appropriate eye contact, right? These are all some of the tips you need to follow. My dear friends, we all are here to recruit you. We all are here to motivate you because you're born to win. Don't worry. So this interview, it's one of the tool which just makes you to get into the job. And through your attitude, through your hard work, we all will shine and come up in life. With these positive words, thank you all. Meet you in the next session.